Hey friends, I hope you are well. Today I want to spend some time together getting cozy for Christmas and just doing some things to get into the holiday spirit. And this season is really my favorite time of year. I just love all the lights, the scents, the flavors of the season. It really is just truly magical. So I thought it would be fun just to spend some time getting into the festive spirit together. So there's a handful of things that I want to do today. I just wrote them all out down here. So first, I really want to plan out some festive outfits, kind of get some inspiration for what I want to be wearing in the next month or so. Also, I want to get a Christmassy coffee. I love a good peppermint mocha and have been craving one so hard. So we're going to get a festive coffee, go to Trader Joe's, Target, maybe a couple of other places. Really want to pick up just a couple decor pieces, some treats, probably some greenery bits as well. I feel like Trader Joe's is always so great for that. And then we'll also decorate for Christmas. We're actually going to be decorating our Christmas tree on Saturday. It's just like an annual tradition Christopher and I have, but I do want to sprinkle some fun bits around the house as well. So be sure to do that. Then I also want to make some classic Christmas cookies with a fun little twist. And then I also have an ornament DIY that I am super excited about that I want to do with you too. So there's a lot for us to get to today, but I am so excited just to spend some time getting cozy, getting festive together. I'm thinking let's start off with styling up some of these festive pieces I recently picked up just for an extra little dose of inspiration. These are all from Lily Silk, who I'm so excited to be partnering with again for today's video, but I picked out all of these pieces because I think that they're going to be amazing for the festive season. They're also all bump friendly, which is important to me right now, but I also think that I'll be able to wear each one of these for years to come. So let's put together some outfits with each of these now. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So the first piece that I picked out was this white cardigan, and I love just how cozy and elevated it is. The button detail is so beautiful. I feel like with the right accessories, this just really brings out a great Christmassy vibe. Just how cute does this combo make my bump look? Then the second piece I picked up was this beautiful green silk shirt. And I love how silk as a material is just so lightweight and breathable. I feel like it really does just level up any outfit. I can already tell this is another combo that I'm going to be styling up a lot this year. Okay, but then how sweet is this caramel sweater? I love that this is something that you could so easily dress up or dress down, but I am loving this as a way to elevate just like everyday loungewear. So I can already tell that I'm going to be wearing this sweater for years to come, but Lily Silk also makes for some amazing gifts too. I think that this red cable knit sweater would make for such a classic gift. Lily Silk even offers ways of upgrading and elevating their packaging from their traditional envelope style packaging to these beautiful and just so quality gift boxes. So I really do just love all of these pieces. I cannot wait to wear them this season. Actually, I might change into this white cardigan now, but if you're looking for some beautiful, high quality items to add to your wardrobe or to gift to someone you love, I definitely recommend checking out Lily Silk. They have some amazing sales going on right now as well, so I'll leave the links to everything I shared with you here today in the description box below. All right, well, I could definitely go for a good coffee right now, so let's head off to Starbucks, grab ourselves a peppermint mocha. I feel like that's one of those things that always kind of ushers in the festive season for me. And then from there, we can go to Trader Joe's, Target, and depending on what we find there, might head up a couple other spots as well.
Good morning, what can I serve for you?
Hey there, could I get a white chocolate peppermint mocha?
Sure, my chocolate peppermint mocha.
Could I get it with oat milk, please?
Okay, anything else?
That's everything.
If it was just a bit colder, this would be snow right now. That would be so magical.
Hi there. 703. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Well, shall we taste our first peppermint mocha of the season? I got the white chocolate peppermint mocha with oat milk, so a little bit different from the classic peppermint mocha, but I think it should still be really tasty. Let's give it a try. Yeah, that's so good. Oh, it's just something that I look forward to every time the Christmas season rolls around, and you gotta stop at Starbucks at least once for the festive cup, right? I'm going to enjoy this while I drive though, and let's head off to Trader Joe's. So I just got back from a super successful trip to Trader Joe's and Target. Was able to find everything that we needed, including some beautiful bits of greenery, decor, as well as some really fun treats. So why don't we just dive in? I'll show you everything that I picked up. I did get some groceries at Trader Joe's, which I won't bother going into right now because it's just the regular stuff. But I did find a lot of really fun things as well. And most of them are in this bag here. So let's dive in. The first thing that I picked up was this gingerbread cake and cookie mix, and it's just like an easy recipe. I think it just says you need like an egg, vegetable oil, and water. It makes some super delicious gingerbread cookies, so I thought that would be just a really fun kind of thing to have on hand during the festive season. Definitely want to make some gingerbread cookies at some point. And I also picked up these dark chocolate JoJo's. They're like peppermint and dark chocolate covered Oreos. They're super tasty. This is one of those items that I look out for every year. I always love just having them around to snack on. And then I picked up a couple little hot chocolate things. So the first thing that I got was this hot cocoa polar bear. And how cute is this? So this year for Christmas, we're actually taking one family member each and doing the stockings. And so I thought that this would make for such a fun stocking stuffer. I think it's just so cute. I have my sister-in-law, so I hope she's not watching and I didn't just spoil that. But I have her and I thought that she would love that. Got some pecan pieces for baking. And then I thought that these sounded really fun to try. These are like a sparkling pomegranate punch. There, I think that's a bit of a better focus. But around this time of year, I just love having just some fun drinks on hand. I usually keep just a little stock of them in our fridge. I thought that that sounded super tasty to try. And then what else did I get? Oh, this is another little hot cocoa spoon. And this one is a little bit more simple. I was thinking that this would be perfect for my brother-in-law's stocking. And then just a couple more things. Got one of these giant handmade candy canes, and I think that they look just so sweet. And my idea was just to have this kind of like hanging on the outside of the stocking. Thought that that would just be a really fun little touch. And then the last thing that I picked up at Trader Joe's was this beautiful olive wood serving and cutting board. And I really love just the shape, the grain of this. I thought it was super beautiful. I've actually seen, I think Trader Joe's does these around Christmas time every year, and never picked one up before, but I figured this was the year, and I just think that this is going to be so lovely for serving cookies, snacks, whatever on. So that's everything that I picked up at Trader Joe's. Now let me run around and look at the Target items. So at Target, I feel like the dollar section is always really hit or miss. Sometimes I find the most incredible things at amazing prices, and then other times I'm just not really inspired by the selection I see. But this time was one of those occasions where everything was speaking to me. So a couple of things that I got. The first, This is super simple, but it's like faux snow rolls. And I'll show you them in a bit, but I picked up this year these really fun, like thin Christmas trees that I'm going to put either in our entryway or in our bedroom. And I was thinking that this would be really nice just to use kind of instead of a tree skirt, and just kind of to cover the base of them, make it look a little festive. So I'm excited to try those out. Even if they don't work, they were $1, so I'm sure we can find somewhere else in the house to put them. Then I also picked up these 2 little bottle brush trees. Oh, it looks like we got some snow on them. But yeah, I thought that these were really sweet. They were just $1 each. And I've seen a few people style these with like the white ceramic houses that I feel like have been so popular over the past few years. I have a few of those houses, so I was thinking we could use these to create just a little Christmas village with those. I thought that that could be just really fun. And then I think the last thing I picked up at the dollar section was this moss fill, and I think this may have actually been a Halloween decoration, but I really like using this to kind of stuff the bottom of faux plants. I feel like it makes them look just a little bit more realistic, or a little bit less like I bought directly in this pot at the store. So I think I have a little Christmas tree that I want to try putting this in, see if that helps give it just a bit more of an elevated feel. And then just a couple of other things that I picked up. Number 1, and I'm going to see if I actually end up using this or not, but I really want to do a wreath above our microwave this year. I've seen some people do it. I think it just looks so fun and festive. And I do feel like around Christmas, I just really want to incorporate a bit more color into our kitchen because it is very white. So I was thinking putting a wreath there would be so fun. However, needed a way to hang it up, and so I was thinking that this stocking holder might work. The base of this is actually marble, so it's quite heavy, so I'm hoping that will work. If not, we can try some other things, but I think that that would be super ideal if it did. And then, let's see here, I also picked up this little Merry Christmas garland. I thought that this was so fun, and my idea for this was to use this as kind of like a base to be able to hang some of our Christmas cards from. I feel like every year we've been getting more and more cards kind of as our friends age and start having kids and all of that, and so I want a way to display them, and I thought that this banner was really sweet. It just says Merry Christmas, but I can just tell the weight of these that they're metal, and so I'm hoping that this will just be like a very nice, kind of classy looking, a good quality way to display those. And then the last thing that I picked up, I just thought that this was so sweet, was this little gingerbread mug. I was thinking of maybe styling this on our counters or something like that. I just thought it was so cute, and I just had to have it. I felt like, you know, just having a hot cocoa or something like that in this would be so fun. So that's everything that I picked up at Target. And then, oh, I just realized we didn't talk through the greens that I got at Trader Joe's. I always love decorating for Christmas with just little bits of greenery. I feel like it just adds such a earthy, organic feel to your styling, and I love too that it's not one of those things that really adds clutter year after year. So just got a few things. I got two of them, 3? No, just 2. 2 little packs of baby's breath. I feel like just how pretty is that? I always love how delicate baby's breath is, so pretty. And I just love it kind of either by itself or tucked into vases. So I wanted to use that for kind of the white element of it. And then I thought that these were really fun. What are these? Dianthus, mini dianthus. And I love how these are like white, but with a really beautiful red border. I think that that's so pretty. I love just kind of the, what do you call that, variegation? But I feel like that contrast of the white with the red, even with the green stem, is so pretty. And then, of course, had to get some berries. What are these called? Ilex berries. I am really curious to see how long these last. I think they're so beautiful, but they were a little bit on the pricier side. So this is kind of my test. I think if they last really well, it'll totally be worth it. But if they are gone in like a week or something like that, I'm not sure if I'll repurchase, but wanted to give them a try. Oh, I'm just making a mess here. I did want to give them a try though. And then the last thing I got, and I'll just show you one of them, is 2 little things of greenery. Looks like we have some pine and some cedar here. I just thought that these would be really nice, either styled in vases or even, I think I might even just take some clippings from this and maybe use it to just kind of spruce up some presents, tuck a little piece of greenery into that. I think that would be really fun. So yeah, that is everything that I picked up. But now I'm quite hungry, so I think I'm going to make myself some food. I was trying to decide what I wanted to eat as I was driving home. I'm really thinking like a festive seasonal grilled cheese sounds amazing right now. And I actually have some sourdough bread, so I think that that sounds delicious. So let's make a bit of lunch and then we can decorate for Christmas. You know what? I think I'm actually just gonna stick these in some water before we have lunch. There we go. So what I'm thinking for lunch is I want to use this sourdough bread as a base. And then for our cheese, I have this super tasty traditional French brie, which is pasteurized. So my OB has said that that is good for me to eat. And then I also have this delicious homemade apple butter. So I want to put a bit of that on. I think I might also go in with a couple slices of apple too, because I just feel like apple and brie is just such a good combination. Then for a bit of a festive touch, I want to go in with some dried cranberries. We'll sprinkle a couple of those in there. I feel like cranberries always just add the most amazing, just like pop of flavor to any dish as well. And then we'll add just a bit of honey for that hint of sweetness. So let's go ahead and assemble this now, and I think that this is going to be delicious. Well, this just looks so tasty. I cannot wait to try this. And then I just cut up all of the rest of the leftover apple, going to have that with my lunch. And then I wanted to try out the sparkling pomegranate punch. So I'm going to dig into this now, and when I finish, we can start decorating. Well, lunch really was delicious. I definitely recommend giving that recipe a try if you're looking for just a cozy, warm winter meal. Now I want to start decorating. Let's begin with putting together our floral arrangements. Right here, I have a selection of some larger vases, some little posy jars. I really just want to spend some time putting together some beautiful arrangements that we can scatter about the house and inject some just very beautiful seasonal color into our space with. So I think what I want to do is begin with making a couple of those larger arrangements, and then just with whatever we have left over, we can do the little posy jars. So let's go ahead and unwrap everything, and we can start putting these together. Okay, wait, I am just obsessed with how this came out. I feel like this is just so seasonal, so festive. I love the pops of color. I feel like the berries too just add the most beautiful texture to the arrangement. This is going to look amazing on our island. Well, how stunning are these arrangements? I already showed you this one, But I did make up a couple of others. I love this posy jar. That came out so perfectly. This one, beautiful as well. Just put a couple tiny berries in this one, and then had a few leftover berries that I put into that jar. And then over here, I had a bunch of leftover baby's breath, so I just made a little kind of tower situation. I think that's super beautiful. And then just used a couple of the pine stems in that one. So I want to scatter these around the house as we decorate, but I did make pretty large mess as I was putting these together, so let's clean up quickly and then we can start decorating the rest of the house. Ready to start decorating. I just got out my box filled with all of the beautiful decor pieces that we've picked up over the years, but I did quickly want to share with you guys just a few extra pieces that I picked up for this year that I've kind of been slowly collecting over the past month or so. The first one is this really beautiful tree. This is from the Hearth and Hand line from Target, and I thought that this would be so sweet styled up in our bathroom, and I really just wanted to add just a few Christmassy touches to the guest bathroom, so I thought that that would be a perfect piece. I also picked up these beautiful faux stems. They're a faux cedar, and then I also got a couple that are faux pine, and I really feel like these are just going to be another really nice way that we can add texture throughout our home. You guys saw, of course, I love using true, like real greenery, of course. But the problem with that is sometimes, especially with greenery, it can be a bit hard to style. Like, I actually didn't use most of the pine that I picked up at Trader Joe's because it's just like bent a certain way, you can't manipulate it. So I really like that with faux greenery, you actually can. So very excited about that. I also picked up this pillow that's so Christmassy and fun. I'm going to put this, I think, in our bedroom most likely. I feel like this color scheme is going to go so perfectly in there. Then I found a couple of pieces at the antique mall as well. So I got this really sweet little glass Christmas tree. I think I want to fill this up with some chocolates. I think that'll be so fun. I was thinking even if we used the little lint chocolate balls, it might look a little bit like it was filled with Christmas ornaments. I thought that this was really fun. I just love using like antique and vintage bits because I feel like it just adds so much character and dimension to your decorating. I also love this antique brass bowl that I picked up. And then I also found this really sweet little cup. Cannot wait to have some coffees in this as well. Then I think the only other pieces I got were this really fun brass nutcracker. I thought that was really fun. And I also picked up some velvet ribbons from Amazon so that I could do just a little bit of sprucing. I think I might tie one of these maybe around our crockery in the kitchen, maybe a few other areas as well, but I thought that some ribbon might be a fun way just to style things up a bit. So those are the extra pieces I picked up, but now let's go ahead and start decorating and scattering these pieces around the house. is now a good bit later. I feel like decorating always takes a little bit longer than you think it's going to, but it is looking so festive in here. I love how it came out. Let me take you guys on a quick tour and I'll show you everything that we put up. So let's start off in the kitchen. On the island, I just created this little vignette using the beautiful flower arrangement that we made in my vintage French pitcher. Then I actually used the olive wood board that we picked up earlier, styled it up with this little house and an antique. I don't think this is an actual antique, but I think it's like an antique vibe bell. Then in our little tea corner, and I'm obsessed with how this came out, to our little Grecian bust, I just added a cute little ribbon and these sprigs of berries. Then of course we hung the wreath, and I love how it looks over the oven. I feel like that really does just add the perfect festive touch to the space. Then we just put our little tea towel in, rather kitchen towel. And how cute is this little guy? I think it's going to be a little tempting for me not to just eat all of the chocolates inside, but I love how that kind of looks like ornaments. We also swapped out the picture in here and then just added a couple touches to this little vignette over here. We added a bow and a little sprig of pine to the cutting board, some berries just for a little pop of color. Then in the dining room, we kept things simple. On the table, I just swapped out the greenery that we had in this white vase, added some berries, and then this bottle brush tree. And then over here, I used one of the floral arrangements, just put it on top of our bar cabinet, and stuck the other two bottle brush trees inside of the cabinet, so just kind of peeks in and looks a bit festive. Then in the living room, I didn't pay too much attention to the TV area and this corner because that's where our tree is going to go, so we're just going to completely refigure that space when we decorate the tree on Saturday. But I did do just a bit of styling here on the coffee table. I was going for a little bit more of like a natural kind of organic feel than other years. I've kind of gone for something that feels maybe just a little bit more structured. So this is kind of the one structured bit on this really fun green book. I just popped one of our little vases of florals and this beautiful brass reindeer I've had for a handful of years now. And then over here, I just tried to style up some coasters, and I recently found this beautiful copy of A Christmas Carol, so I just put that there. And then on this side, we have our brass pine cones. I just tucked in some bells. And then the last thing, these shelves, and here I really just added the little houses that we have. I have this very minimal style wood tree. Also added the bottle brush tree there and one of our floral arrangements. Okay, then the bedroom, I really didn't do too much in here. Really all we did was swap out the pillow here for just a very festive and I think very seasonally appropriate pillow. And then I also love these two trees right here. So I really wanted to add some kind of like light and just Christmassy vibes to this space. I love how these look. I just used a little blanket scarf as the base for them, and I think that these look so cool. I picked these up at Target not too long ago. The only thing I'm thinking is that I really like the height of this one, but I think they had a 4, 5, and a 6-foot tree. And I got the 4 and the 5-foot trees. Kind of wondering if I should go 5 foot and 6 foot. I think that might fill out the space better. So we'll see about that, but I really love how they look and I feel like it just adds so much to this room. Oh, and can't forget, did also add a little candle here just for a little touch. Then there were just two other spaces we decorated. The first was our console table, and I just added these beautiful pine stems to how pretty is this pot. I found it at the Antique Mall a couple of weeks ago, and I still can't get over just what a beautiful find that was. I'm loving how it looks with the faux stems in it. Then I also added the final one of our houses, same with the tree. And then over here, we had a little brown canister over here that I was using as a bookend, and I just swapped out our little nutcracker for that. Added this little felt garland. And then final room, our kind of statement piece in here is this beautiful faux tree, and we just kind of fluffed this out a bit. I added in the little bits of brown, whatever that filler is called. I think that gives it a much more kind of lifelike look. Also added a little ribbon, and I think that is so cute. Right here, I just stuck in a couple little sprigs into these little frames. I think that I might actually swap out the pictures in that eventually for something that's a little bit more festive, a bit more seasonal, but for now, I think that's a fun touch. And then over here, I just swapped out the little piece of greenery that we had up there for something a bit more neutral, a bit less fall. And then I put in my Joyeux Noël sign, which is French for Merry Christmas. But yeah, I think that that's just a fun little piece that reminds me a bit of growing up, learning French, all of that. Then the final thing that we added in here was just this really fun garland. I love, it has these little stars, little berries. I think it just adds a nice pop of color. Well, it is getting a bit late, so I don't think we're gonna quite have time for both baking cookies and working on our DIY ornaments. But what I was thinking is there's actually a handful of different festive do-it-yourself type projects that I want to do. So maybe we could dedicate a day sometime in the next couple of weeks just to spend some time together focusing entirely on those projects. Right now, I want to make some cookies, and I stumbled across the other day just a really fun sounding recipe that I thought we could make together. This is the recipe. I thought that these just looked so fun and festive, kind of a unique twist on, I think these ones are like that classic peanut butter cookie with a Hershey's Kiss in the middle, but I just love the idea of having just some other fun seasonal colors incorporated. I've been really loving peanut butter too recently, so I think that these are going to both satisfy a craving for me while also being just so fun and festive. So let's get out everything that we need, start working on these cookies, and if you do want to try out this recipe, I will leave the link to it in the description box below. Well, our cookies are out of the oven, and I've given them just a bit of time to cool off. Now comes the moment of truth. Let's do a little taste test. That's amazing. Well, that's another recipe I would definitely recommend giving a try. I really do think that the sprinkles are just such a fun touch as well. But now I'm going to enjoy the rest of my cookie and just spend the rest of the evening relaxing and unwinding a bit. Probably going to pop on a little episode maybe of Gilmore Girls or something festive. Then I also want to work a bit on my embroidery project. I actually started this really fun, I'll show you what I have so far. Just a really fun wintry scene that I want to do. I'll show you the inspiration picture that I'm going off of, but I'm going to work on this for probably an hour or two before bed, hang out with Christopher, all of that. I really hope that you enjoyed spending some time with me today as we got festive together and we're just able to embrace some of the just amazing parts of the Christmas season. Now, I would love to know though, what are you doing to get festive and to get into the Christmas spirit? Be sure to let me know in the comments below. And as always, friends, don't forget to give this video a like if you enjoyed it and subscribe if you haven't already. I love you all so much though, so until next time, friends, have a great day and I will see you in the next one. Bye.